Just over 12 hours, polls will open, and Spartanburg County voters will elect the county's first new sheriff in 2 decades. And just last week, Fox Carolina News hosted an exclusive debate between those candidates vying for your vote. Retired State Trooper Bill Ryan and current county coroner Rusty Clevenger both taking the stage here in our Fox Carolina studios.
And Fox Carolina senior investigative reporter Grace Runkel is joining us now tonight. Grace, you asked the candidates a question during our debate, and tonight we're going in depth on those responses.
Well, you know, our investigative team has been following this election very closely. We know that transparency and accountability are two big issues on voters' minds. So I filed a public records request to find out how many times the state law enforcement division audited the Spartanburg County Sheriff's Office. The answer? Just once, and it was done this summer at the request of interim sheriff. So I asked the candidates, would they request more audits by outside agencies?
When you bring state agencies in to do that, you want to ensure the public, going back to that transparency, that you're being completely transparent and you're pulling agencies in that are going to report things factually so all the public knows what they can expect.
Yes, I would request that state law enforcement come in and check the evidence room as well as any financial aspects of what's going on in the sheriff's office.
So, Grace, again, you mentioned that you asked them would they welcome in third-party audits. They said yes, they would. But you also spoke with a Furman professor who studies law enforcement and how officers interact with the public. So what did she say about what needs to be done in that regard?
You know, she said there's a lot of work to be done. Dr. Janice Monde says getting the public's trust back will be the most significant task for the new sheriff.
Without trust, the investigative resources, information from the community members that law enforcement rely on to solve their investigations is going to be really, really difficult to access because members of the community won't be forthcoming with information.
And I asked her what she's seen to be the best way for them to earn back the public's trust. And first she said, you know, they really need to publicly say how they're going to do things differently. And we just heard both of those candidates do that. She also recommends creating an external review board to handle complaints both within and against the department. And last, she said that increasing face-to-face time with citizens will be very important moving forward.
All right, such an important office, an important race here, so make sure you go out and vote. And coming up at 6:30, we'll have a full in-depth recap of some more of the topics that the candidates answered, some of the biggest issues facing the county. So, Grace, thank you. We'll stay on top of it for you.
Well, with time ticking down until those polls open, we have some important changes to those polling places in this race, so make sure you're paying attention to this. The county says if you vote at any of these schools, Pine Street Elementary, Cannons Elementary, or Roebuck Elementary, you will have to go somewhere else to vote tomorrow. Now, you'll find the details on where these precincts are being moved right now on our website. That's foxcarolina.com.